I actually found a lot of things for V and Jean.
I chose the wrong fabric because...
How
many times did I try? Was it 10? Was it 7? It was something. A lot. I went and did the top so many times. I'm not sure. There's a bag over there with all the scraps. It was just really bad. I f***ed up on Hikari's top. Of course, I always f***ed up. Why is it that every time I think this is gonna be easy, it's hard? Why is it always so hard? Okay.
So, the Mimi cosplay. I procrastinated. Big surprise, I procrastinated. Which actually I think was a blessing in disguise because it kind of forced me to think outside of the box and try to consider what I currently have. In one of the earlier episodes, we talked about, work with what you already have. Cosplay can get really expensive, so you want to see what you have in your wardrobe, what you're willing to get rid of, go through a thrift store, maybe you can get something cheaper. I made the mistake of not considering that earlier. I was like, yeah, we'll sew it. It'll be glorious and awesome, and not so much.
Yeah, it's like 11 or 7 tries. First couple of times, I was trying out to see my adjustments on the pattern to see if they were working. After that, it was just problems with the fabric because I chose 100% polyester, which is also not only thin, but also it stretches, it rips very easily. So after that, I had to go fabric shopping again and again to try out different fabrics. I chose the 60-40% of cotton and polyester, was it? And it was good. It did well. It's not as see-through as the 100% polyester, which is very nice because you don't want to show off the tatas. What?
So if you look at the footage, you'll see that I am cutting a shit ton of fabric because it's a longer dress. It gets really expensive when you buy more fabric. I cut it in the wrong direction, as in the fabric, it stretches out this way, right? So you want to cut the fabric long way so it stretches out. So I cut it the wrong way, so it was taut and I couldn't stretch it. So I basically wasted all the fabric. I could have continued sewing it as it was and just treated it as a fabric that didn't stretch. But then I got desperate. Time was running out and I needed to sleep. It was already 4 a.m. and I was like, I don't want to quit this. I don't want to let them down. So I will just figure out a way to make this work.
So, I chose the wrong fabric. Let's start that off. I chose the wrong fabric when we went to Joann's, and the fabric that I chose should have been knit. The one that I chosen was like a stiff cotton whatever. And so when I was putting everything together, things weren't falling like they were supposed to, and so I messed up. I think I had to redo that top 3 times. Because after I realized about the wrong fabric, I was like, crap, what do I do? And so, my first decision, I decided to buy a plain white shirt and dye it yellow. I thought I was doing it right. I really, really did. But I was very, very impatient, because I'm a very impatient person, and
Mustard!
The yellow that came out was a mustard, not a light yellow. Even though the packet said light yellow, I think my mistake was that I dumped the whole packet in and I didn't wait for everything to dissolve, so that when I dyed the shirt, there were still beads of other colors in there. And yeah, I was like, oh, fuck.
You always want to consider how you can simplify your cosplay too, or at least when you're starting out. If you're not looking for a challenge yet, I would say consider your cosplay and keep it as simple as possible. I made the mistake of I'm gonna try to make it cut in a way where I can reuse it for maybe an Aerith cosplay in the future. That was thinking too far ahead.
I had a lot of problem with the turtleneck. I was mostly trying to get over the head, because if it fits around the neck, it doesn't mean it's gonna fit around your forehead. But at the same time, I didn't want it to be too big that it started to get baggy. So it's more of a trial and error. I wrote down what measurements would work perfectly fine.
Keep those things in mind. Transparent fabric can be dangerous. You don't want a random nipple just appearing or stuff like that. Anyways, what else is there?
The hat?
Oh yeah, so the hat. Pass me the hat. Give me the hat.
Oh, while you were gone earlier, Mom saw your hat and she loves it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.